Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. This is episode 106. In the last episode, we popped over here and started doing some digging and ran across the shipping container here. So we've met the fellow. We have an idea of what he wants. Do I think the decor is ever going to happen? No. No, I do not. But you never know. Now, the main reason I came over here is because I had been looking at the wind conditions. And one of these here mentions it's looking for planetary artifacts, or terrestrial ones, I guess they're called. And I have no idea what or where those are. We certainly don't have them on our home planet, so I thought maybe that meant places like Dripal or Barkina will have stuff. Not a clue. So basically, this started with just an exploratory dig. Not that we got very far in it, of course, because there's just too much other stuff to do, but at least in theory, that's going to happen at some point. So, anyway, in case that doesn't pan out, we are researching towards the monument, because that wind condition I'm quite sure I can do. It'll take a while, but I'm quite sure I can do it. I mean, it takes a ton of diamond and steel. It just takes a ton of resource, but I don't see any reason why it can't be done. It's just a very slow one. Anyway, and speaking of slow, we are still working towards building all the piping here to get rid of the carbon dioxide. And I put a cut in the ladder here because I had noticed a lot of the dupes would come down here, run across, climb all the way up here to do stuff around here, instead of just grabbing a spacesuit and coming up here. It made no sense to me. Apparently they don't like spacesuits. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we are. We'd put in a second sieve, and that's more or less running. It's not a great way for them to be able to get in to refill it, but it does at least exist, so it is something that can be done. I think we need to, we probably just need to up its priority a bit to match this one. That's probably why it's not getting filled as often, which would make sense. But either way, that will drastically help our base water supply, which in turn means the damage to our water supply by having these three things going is lessened. And I'm going to have to try and keep an eye on the slickster, because at some point I had tons of them and they had all turned into the long hairs, which was very unpleasant. But the barbecue was still nice. And they all turned into meat, mysteriously. Definitely not from me clicking on the tag. No, no, no. I would never do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and reclaim some of this. I guess I can't until these are done. I don't see any reason why we can't be reclaiming some of this material. It's certainly not urgent, we definitely don't need it, but we might as well have it, right? Don't see any reason why we shouldn't have it. Yeah, this is definitely slowly ticking down. It was 12.3 2 episodes ago, 12 last episode, and it's now hovering around 11.8, 11.9 range. So we are definitely making slow, steady progress, and that's good. Breathability is over 60% for the first time in a long time. It's been usually in the 40s, which of course it immediately drops to as soon as I mention it. It's like it knows or something. Anyway. But yeah, once this is done and we get this pump going, hauling out a lot of this carbon dioxide, I think things will get a lot better. But there's still a lot of building to go. But I definitely don't want to high prioritize it, because then nothing else will happen, so that will be very unpleasant. Did we ever bring back Yeah, now is that the original mug, or is that the second one we brought back? The new artifact we brought back was another office mug. So I don't know if it's actually done it or not, or whether it counts or not. I guess that's how one way we can tell, right? If this has gone up to 3... No, it has not, so they have to be unique. Okay. Or they just haven't actually analyzed it yet, but I have to assume they would have. So I'm thinking it just has to be unique. So getting that duplicate office mug has probably done nothing for us. Which is disappointing, but not a big deal. Even with 2 sieves, this water level is still rising. Wow. That's kind of impressive. Because these things chew through water pretty fast, right? 1,000 kilograms a second, right? About 5 kilograms a second. Wowee. And we're still raising. That is impressive. Very impressive, in a bad way. It might be time to put in another rad bolt generator to speed things along just a little teensy bit. The power situation is not ideal, but neither is the lack of science, so... So that one actually might be a little bit dangerous for people running across here. Maybe that's a good reason not to do this, right? As is the power. Alright, never mind, we're not doing it. We don't have the power for it, and it's dangerous, so never mind then. Curious why we don't have enough power for it. Absolutely everybody's running. Well, I guess except the ethanol, but everybody's running and we still don't have the power for that. Wowee. And it's daytime too, right? And we still don't have enough power. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Alright, didn't really want to have to play with power today, but maybe we do have to play with power still. / again. I think we can probably put in another nat gas generator. We seem to have tons of nat gas. Or maybe we need more hydrogen. This is running, this electrolyzer. So we should be hauling at least some hydrogen at basically all times. But I'm not seeing this thing moving. Oh no, there I am. As soon as I say that, it starts. I was going to say I haven't seen this move at all, but it is ever so slowly going, so... Another nat gas generator is going to need a ton more carbon dioxide. Well, maybe not a ton, but a noticeable amount. Actually, the petrol generator is monumentally worse. How bad are the wood burners? They're pretty bad too. It's actually, this thing is the worst of the lot. Huh, I would not have guessed that. I would have thought these would be worse. Interesting. Anyway, I won't worry about that for a second. Let's go find some printables and I'll be back. It doesn't do anything, I don't need it, but I saw it and I had to have it. You understand completely, I'm sure. The only question of the day is, who gets it? Who? I mean, it's gotta be Bubbles, right? Yeah. I know it's no pajamas like Stinky used to have, but you can't go wrong with a snazzy violet suit, right? There you go, look at that. Amazing. Anyway. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, your stress level's hovering in the 40s. I want to make sure it actually drops. You're marked as tired. Are you not sleeping? Yes, you're definitely sleeping. Yeah, your morale's fine, so... I wonder if somehow you missed a bonus again, which does seem to happen once in a while. Not sure why. Oh, that would be a good reason you're not actually sleeping, because there's not enough air. Got it. Okay. I understand completely. Oh, that's actually getting worse. Okay. That is distinctly not ideal. Not ideal at all. Well, then I think we're going to have to accelerate, as much as I don't want to, we're going to have to accelerate this piping. I really don't like having to do this, but I don't think we're going to have much of a choice. This is just, it has to happen. It's not going to be pleasant trips for them, they're not going to enjoy it, but I think it has to happen. We've got to start getting this carbon dioxide out. This is ridiculous. Yes. Even if I zoom way out, I can't even see all of it, so still a lot to do. I saw that change color, and I'm not sure if that was short material or unreachable that it was complaining about. It didn't last long enough, so I didn't get a chance to see what they were complaining about. Surely, though, it's not material, right? Yeah, no, we have many thousands of sandstone. So it must have been flickered as unreachable. Yeah, it's marking it as unreachable briefly. I wonder why that is. It's very interesting. Doesn't make any sense, but it's very interesting. Yeah, these doors are not locked, so they have access in. Interesting. I'm definitely not out of spacesuits. That would be a good reason. They aren't getting enough air. Right. Okay. That's something that needs to be fixed right off the bat. So you'd be trying to pull in oxygen. Is that really the only place where we pull that from? If so, that would explain a lot. Why we have very little oxygen available. And it would also explain why, originally why I cut this ladder, why they were all coming through here and trying to go up and around to do it that way. Because they couldn't use the spacesuits, they were trying to help. I see. I see entirely. I will definitely mark that as not ideal. For fairly obvious reasons. I think we need to cut power usage down, so I think we're going to drop down to a single rad bolt generator. It doesn't really matter which one. That one already appears to be not working real well, so we'll go with that one. And maybe we'll cut down to one of these as well. And with both of those off, that will definitely help the power situation. We have a lot of lumber. Is this gonna... is it the left square or the right square that's the point of interest? I cannot tell. But I guess we'll find out if this thing can load it, and if it can't, I'll have to rip it out and rebuild it facing the other way. Of course, this does itself mean more carbon dioxide, but anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to let them... may just have to let them go without spacesuits. Which I really don't want to do, but I might have to. Yeah, I really don't want to do that, but... I think I may have no choice. I'll wait for that suit to get back. I'll disable that. Or you could just do it anyway without listening to me. That's cool too, Nisbet. I don't mind. I don't like, though, that you still think that these pickups of this are more important than this. I don't really like that much. Especially since they're not set for sweeps, right? Like they're... So they're just thinking that's a casual job that needs doing, and they don't consider this that important at all. You jerks. You absolute jerks. Suppose what I could do is turn that into a door. That would probably be helpful. Anyway, I'll be back. Again, we don't want it, we don't need it in the slightest, but I have to. And in case it's not obvious, yes, there is a achievement for having everyone having different clothing on, and yes, I'm kind of working towards that, as irrelevant as it is, but and there it is right there. All dressed up, and nowhere to go. That's only 8 of them. I thought you had 10. Well, whatever. Either way, that was a free and easy one. And besides, it looks good. Makes them happy. All good. But yeah, I think I'm going to rip these walls out. Just put a door here. And then they can just cut across here. Maybe this will be a little bit quicker for them. Maybe. Especially if I give them a... it probably doesn't matter. I was going to say, even if especially if I gave them a tube for it, but... it's probably not really that critical. Because once this is built, they should never need over here again anyway, so... So it's probably not really a big deal. Now these picking up carbon, is that still over here from when I was trying to cool this area off? Is that what you're asking for? It is. Right. We don't need that anymore, so we're going to stop doing that. And we're going to stop doing that as well. In fact, you just sit there quietly, thank you. Right, so that will stop them, I assume, from prioritizing picking up chunks of cold carbon dioxide. And now they're working on this again. Yeah, okay. So once again, things could have been better had I done them better. Got it. Yeah, for now I'll just leave them open, but later I'll probably want to lock those. But for now they can use that as a convenient way to cut through. And I think that will be helpful. Hopefully anyway. Yeah, it's not really improving much here. Maybe I need more slicksters, although I don't think they absorb all that much. Eh, 20 kilograms a day. Yeah, maybe it would be worthwhile getting a few more. Again, as long as I keep an eye on them and make sure they don't turn into long hairs, but... because that's not going to work. think it might be time, as much as I don't want to do it, to really push these. Bring them up to 7, 8, or 9. Just see if we can't blitz this out. Because the sooner we get this done, the sooner things can finally start to actually improve. But like actually improve. Not just kind of, sort of improve like we're doing now. Having said that, I am looking at the clock and noticing we're just about out of time here, so I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave things there for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.